Hello, good afternoon po sa inyong lahat. Si Chef JunJun na naman po tayo nandito sa Sonly International Baking Center. Wow, it's been how many months since I was here? So, nung last time po, mga items for Christmas at mga tinapay po yun. This time, for the new year, pero April na po, ending of April na po this week, mga easy baking methods pong gagawin natin with very important products of Sonly. Okay? So, ano ba po sasabihin ko? Papakita ko po sa inyo yung iba't ibang products na gagamitin natin. They are distributed primarily, they are exclusively distributed by Sonly International. Okay? So, three baked items pong gagawin natin today. And we will be using the following. Okay? We have our Uji Matcha green tea powder. Okay? Nauso po ang green tea na powder po. This is one of the top quality matcha powders in the market. Baka na ano po kayo, Uji matcha. Yung Uji po is a region in Japan, part of which is Kyoto. Doon pong pinakamagandang harvested na mga green tea. Okay? At doon din po siya pinoprocess. So we're going to make a cookie out of the green tea powder, the Uji matcha green tea. Of course, our ever-reliable Bensdorf DSR cocoa powder. We'll be using it for our chocolate pound cake. Okay? We've been using this for so many years, both in our school and me personally, I've been using this type of cocoa powder. Okay? This is a European type of cocoa powder. It is alkalized. Okay? Iba po siya dun sa non-alkalized o yung pong natural cocoa powder. Okay? I'll discuss more of it later as we proceed with the recipes. Ito po ang ating Kumbani vanilla flavor. Ito po yung napakasarap. Ito po ang gamit namin and exclusively distributed by Sonly International. And then we have our favorite ube flavocol. Okay? We're using this today on a bread, on a different version of bread. Okay? And it's a quick bread. Explain po natin mamaya. Okay, ito po yung iba't ibang packaging ng ating ube, ng ating kumbani, at ang ating Uji Matcha green tea powder. Okay. So, titingnan nga natin. Ang dami pong nanonood ng mga kaibigan. Hello po sa inyong lahat. Welcome to our FB page here at Sonly International. Okay. So, we are making three baked items. A little bit more simple than what I used to do last year. Kasi po, gusto ko naman ma-interpret sa inyo ang ibang baked products more on a different scale, more on an easier scale. There might be some students, might be some viewers of FB that are new beginner bakers. This is a very good class for you. And then later on, as we proceed, you can ask us different questions. Okay? So, ang gagawin po nating unang-una ay ang ube cheese quick bread. Sasabihin niyo po sa akin, ano ba po yung quick bread? Hindi po siya gumagamit ng yeast. Okay? Hindi po tayo gagamit ngayon ng ating SAF instant. Ang quick bread po ay ang baking soda at ang baking powder. Yung consistency po niya is like a bread. Okay? It was invented because yung yeast bread po natin, yung breads that are using yeast, takes a long time to make. Okay? Di ba pa mga 2 to 3 hours po siya bago natin makain. So, na-invento po yung quick bread. So, ang quick bread po uses just mostly baking powder and baking soda. I'm using here our favorite flavocol, ube flavocol, and some cheddar cheese. Okay? Para naman po may pagkauso. May pagkauso na pawala na rin po. Pero, naiiba naman po yung method. So, here is the recipe for our ube cheese quick bread. Okay? We have 50 grams of cheddar cheese. Ito po yung topping na ilalagay natin sa ating ube cheese quick bread. 340 grams of all-purpose flour. 10 grams of our Double Star Baker baking powder. This is also distributed by Sonly. 4 grams of salt. 40 grams of sugar. Now, yung sugar quantity ko po is very, very minimal. You can increase this to double up to 80 grams if you like. 200 grams of grated cheddar cheese. Ito naman po yung ilalagay natin dung sa loob ng mixture. Okay? Para po may cheddar cheese flavor din po yung ating tinapay. 220 grams of fresh milk. 120 grams of sour cream. Now, some of you will always tell me, Chef, wala pong umaabot na sour cream dito sa amin or hindi po siya mahirap po siyang hanapin. So, you can use sour milk for this recipe. So, what is sour milk or sour cream? Okay. Yung sour milk po, gamit po, regular fresh milk, nalalagyan nyo ng konting vinegar. Okay? So, for every cup of milk, put at least 2 teaspoons of vinegar and let it stand. Kailangan po siya mag-stand. Kailangan po mag-curdle ng konti. Kung meron na po kayong cream dyan sa refrigerator nyo, pwede rin pong cream. So, for every cup of cream, put 2 teaspoons of vinegar. Okay? Mas maganda po yung cane vinegar or white wine vinegar ang gamit nyo. Okay? To make sour cream or sour milk. Meron po tayong 10 grams of ube, favorite ube flavocol, mga 1 tablespoon po yon. 80 grams of Butter Dreams. Butter Dreams is a margarine that's supplied by Sonly also. I like this type of margarine because wala po siyang lasa at wala po siyang amoy. It's very neutral. And 50 grams of egg. Yung po is 1 piece of egg. Okay? Okay, this is already our mise en place. So, again, ito na naman po ko. I'm going to tell you. Pag nagbe-bake po tayo, meron po tayong 4 important items na laging pag-iisipan bago magsimula. Number 1, we have to make sure that our oven is already preheated. We only bake in a preheated oven. Okay? It must be heated already at the proper temperature. For this recipe, our temperature should be 350 Fahrenheit or mga between 175 to 180 degrees centigrade. Naka-open na po yung naka-turn on na po ang ating oven. Ready na po siya dapat. Okay? Before any mixing is done. Next, of course, the preparation of our ingredients. So, nandito po ang ating ingredients. Yung mga dry ingredients, pinagsama-sama ko na po. Yung all-purpose flour, yung baking powder, yung salt, tsaka yung asukal. Kasama na po. Ito po yung ating sour cream at ang ating gatas, ang itlog. Ito po yung cheddar cheese na ilalagay natin dun sa mixture at ito po yung lalagay nating topping. Okay? So, the first 2 are done. The third one is usually yung lalagyan. This is the loaf pan that we will be using. As I told you, this is a quick bread. So, dapat po, mukha siyang tinapay. Hindi po siya mukhang muffin. Okay? And then, lastly, is important po yung temperature ng ingredients natin. Dapat po at room temperature na po siya. Okay? So, is that clear? The 4 items, that 4 prerequisites of baking must always be properly taken into consideration before you start any baking. Okay? Hindi po pwedeng na-mix na lahat, tapos hindi pa pala mainit yung oven, wala pa siya sa 350. Magkakaproblema po tayo sa resulting baked product natin. Okay? Meron ba daw Sonly sa Qatar? Wala po sa Qatar na Sonly out of the country. Message po kayo sa FB. Baka po masagot sila sa inyo. So, ito na po yung dry ingredients. I'm starting with this one because this is the simple mixing method. Okay? Ito na po, nandito na po yung asukal, yung baking powder, yung ating double star baking powder, yung ating pong flour, pagsasamahin po at asin. Magkakasama na po siya dyan. Okay? Tapos po, dun sa recipe, if you look at my procedure, we're going to toss in our cheese. Okay? Our 200 grams of grated cheese. Mas maganda po cheddar kasi po malasa po siya. Okay? Malasang-malasa po ang cheddar. If you want to use other cheeses, well and good. If mataas pong budget natin, pwede pong Parmesan, pwede pong mga Gruyere, yung mga imported cheeses po. Lalo na kung meron na po kayo sa refrigerator, mas maganda po gamitin yun. So, ito toss in po natin. Okay? Wala pong ano dito, wala pong overmixing, wala pa po tayong liquid. Okay? Sama-sama lang po. Okay? patingin-tingin lang po ako sa aking kodigo. At tinitignan ko rin po yung aking, how I look in the FB page. And I'm looking at certain questions. How many loaves? Goldeline, isa lang pong loaf ang magagawa nitong recipe to. Okay? And then, let's put that aside first. Okay? We're going to add together, nawawala po ako sa screen, nandito lang po ako, ang ating liquid ingredients. So this is simple mixing method. A lot of quick breads are made with simple mixing. Some people will tell you that yung simple mixing is also muffin method. Yes, there are certain muffins that are made using the muffin method. There are certain muffins that are made differently. Okay? So this is our sour cream. We have to mix all this together first. Okay? Before we add it into our dry ingredients. Okay. Hi, Goldeline. Thank you also. And then we add our fresh milk. Okay? Pagsamahin po natin lahat ng liquid ingredients. O yung tinatawag nilang wet ingredients. Okay? Mix po natin ng konti. Okay? With the makikita nyo po, nagfo-float yung sour cream. So, kailangan po gamitan natin siya ng whisk. Okay? Para po mag-even out. And then, we put in our 1 piece of egg, which is more or less 50 grams. Lagay nyo na po natin sa isang lalagyan para mas maganda po ang ating, para ma-beat po siya. Tapos, add po natin dun sa liquid ingredients. So, as you know, eggs are also considered as liquid ingredients. Okay? Sige po. Tinitignan ko. Hi, Hyacinth. Yes. Mas interactive po tayo ngayon. Okay? Kasi po walang tao dito sa aming center. Si Mark lang po, tsaka si Chef ba? O, para mas masaya po tayo ng konti, meron po tayong 2 oras. Yes, pwede pong gumamit ng yogurt kung gusto nyo, kung meron na po kayo. And then we add our melted butter dreams. This is 80 grams melted. You can use a microwave, you can use a pan to melt it, but it's very easy to put together. Okay? It's very easy to melt. Mabilis lang po siya nagme-melt. Margarine po siya. Okay? Use a spatula to blend it together. Now, this type of recipe does not need a mixer. Yes. Does not need a mixer. If you're only making 1 loaf, well and good, it doesn't need a mixer. But as you make more and more of this, a bit more of the recipe, you have to use a mixer already. Okay? Pag mas madami po. Kasi po hindi po siya very light mixture. May pagkapara po siyang bread dough. As I said, quick bread po siya. Okay? April. Hi. Ay wala pong fermentation process to. Quick bread po. Wala pong yeast involved. Baking powder lang po ang gamit natin. Lalagyan po natin siya ng 1 tablespoon ng ating favorite uve flavocol. Okay? Sana maano naman siya. Parang mahirap, no? Parang mga 1:30 pa ako, ay hindi. 2:00 pa ako matatapos para lumabas lahat ng ang ganda naman ng lalagyan. I'd like to greet the owners of Sonli, Mr. Alonso and Mrs. Alonso. Good afternoon to you, to Hazel. Okay. Thank you for inviting me again. Okay. Oh, blend po natin ha. Bigla pong gaganda ang kulay. Purple. Okay. Ang maganda po sa flavocol, bukod po sa flavor, meron na po tayong kulay ng purple. And consistent po yung color. Hindi po mag-iiba. Okay? Paggamit nyo. So, gamit ko po mga 10 grams, mga 1 tablespoon po. Nakita nyo naman po yung ginamit kong measuring Minsan po kasi hindi lumalabas. Okay, so handa na po ang ating dry ingredients. Toss na po yung keso. Hi, Reggie. Hello. Hello, Weng Banyales of Panabo. Kamusta? Baka naguguluhan kayo sa akin. Okay, so ito po ang ating cheese. Lagyan po natin, ito po yung pan natin. Grease po siya with a shortening. Okay, lagyan po natin ng konting cheese sa ibabaw, ay sa ilalim ng pan, para po maganda yung ating bread. Okay? Then, set it aside again. Okay? Okay. Then, ito na po ang ating dry ingredients. Ito po ang ating, okay? Parang puti, no? Ang puti-puti. Lagay po natin ang ating ube-colored wet ingredients. Okay, as I said, this is not a very sweet, quick bread. If you want it a little bit more sweet, just add more sugar. You can go up to double it, 80 grams. Kung, opo, 40 grams po dyan. Kung gusto niyo po gumamit ng ibang asukal, brown sugar will be fine, cocoa sugar will be fine. Hindi lang po pwede yung mga sugar substitutes, ha? Kasi po, iba po siya, hindi po siya asukal. Okay, now, the secret to simple mixing is very light mixing po. You don't want to develop, okay, the gluten of the mixture. So, very light po. Pero dapat po mawala yung mga puti-puti. Okay? You don't want to overwork the mixture kasi pag ma-overwork po siya, titigas po. Okay? So, very light mixing. Okay? So, dapat po mawala po at maging purple po lahat. Okay? Yan. Very simple po ang recipe natin today. At very masarap po using our favorite ube flavocol. Okay? Ayan po. Importante rin po yung nasa ilalim. Okay? Kasi minsan po, yun ang hindi natin nakukuha sa mixture. Anyway, mamaya po, pag-add natin siya sa loaf pan, nakita natin may puti-puti, pwede po natin siya i-mix. Okay? Not too much. Hi, Mitch. In Rojas City. Hi, Kit. Oh my God, my kuya is watching. Hi, Kritebs. Okay? Now, we put our mixture. Tingnan niyo po, hindi po siya batter. In between a batter and dough. Ayan po, may puti-puti. Kailangan niyo po siyang i-press ng konti para mawala po yung white. Okay? Now, this will take around an hour and 15 minutes to bake. Okay? Depending on the type of oven you have. If you want it to bake faster, pwede nyo po siya lagay sa muffin o cupcake mold. Okay? Pero hindi na po siya, mini bread na po yun. Okay? Mini bread na po ang tawag doon. Pwede rin po siyang tawaging ube cheese kababayan. Okay? So, ito po yung mixture. Nilalagay ko na po siya. Ila-level off po natin yan mamaya konti. Okay. Ang maganda po, naamoy niyo po yung ube. Pagkatapos, meron pong a little bit smell of the margarine used. Okay, it blends really well with the ube. So, kailangan po natin siyang i-level off or i-press. Okay? Nakikita niyo po yung tiny bits of cheese. Grated cheese. Okay, our grated cheddar cheese. Level off po natin. Okay. Gumagalaw yung aking scraper. Sing antik ata ni Polly yung mga gamit dito. Matagal ka na dito, Polly, no? Okay, ito na po yung ating loaf. Lalagyan po natin ng keso for aesthetic reasons para po maganda. Okay, ay, natapon po. Spread out po yung ating keso. Depende po sa oven natin, magka-crusting po yung iba, okay? Depende po sa oven na gamit natin, okay? So, an hour, okay? Mga an hour, 15 minutes. You have to check. You have to use the toothpick method. Hindi po to malambot na, hindi naman po ganong katigas, hindi naman po siya ganong kalambot. Pero it's a quick bread. And it's also, it's actually a breakfast bread. Okay, baka akala nyo, dumadaming kamay ko, ha? Nandiyan po yung ating Chef Polly. Loko lang. Pinag-usapan po namin kanina. So, we used our favorite ube, flavocol. Okay? So, we put this in the oven. Okay? Polly, paspaabot ng ating finished product para mapakita natin. Okay. Okay, ito po ang ating finished product. So, makikita niyo po, hindi siya masyadong tumaas because it's a quick bread. Meron pong rice, mga 1/3 the amount. Tapos po, nakita niyo na ang ganda-ganda ng ating coloring, ng ating cheese, crusted po. Now, okay, para po talaga siyang tinapay. Tignan niyo po yung, yung ating cross-section or the crumb of our ube cheese quick bread. Ito po yan. Okay? Yan. So, there are other types of quick breads, pero meron pong ibang method. Ito po talaga yung simple mixing lang. We just put together the liquid and the dry ingredients. So, makita nyo po, okay, it's a little bit on the dense side. Okay? Yan. Para pwede na rin po siya for display. Okay? So, this is our first recipe, our ube cheese quick bread. Ay, nahulog. Okay. Saan natin lalagay? Pwede dito sa side ay. Okay. Sige. Okay. So, bago tayo mag-move on to our next recipe, titignan ko lang po kung may tanong kayo, or we can move on to the next recipe. Yes, Cecilia Salva Cruz. Yes, you can use butter, but I use margarine here because you don't need a highly flavored item. The flavor of butter, of course, will not be used so much, will not be evident so much because of the use of our ube flavocol. That's why I'm using margarine. Okay? Ay hindi po masusunog. Minsan po nasusunog, minsan hindi, Reggie. Depends. So if you don't wanna put underneath, wag na po kayo maglagay sa ilalim, ha, ng ating loaf pan. I just like putting. Kasi nung first time namin ginawa to, which was thousands of years ago, hindi naman po nasunog ang ating cheese. Depende po sa oven. Okay? Funny ako, chef. Matagal mo nang alam yung hyacinth. Mitch Solano, akin na lang. Ay, si Marvs. Kung ano-ano talaga sinasabi mo, Marvs. Okay, ito po yung ating dalawang lalagyan ng ating ube flavocol. Ito po yung 1 kilo and ito po yung ating 250 grams. Okay? That's ube flavocol. Okay, next recipe. Next recipe is our cookie. Okay, our green tea cookies. Okay, yung green tea cookies po natin ay para pong butter cookies. Okay? Again, here is our recipe. 320 grams of all-purpose flour, 20 grams of Uji matcha green tea powder. Okay? Again, as I said, matcha is the top-of-the-line green tea. Marami pong klaseng green tea. Matcha po yung pinaka-top. Uji po is where it is harvested and grown, part of which is Kyoto. Maganda po sa Japan, pero di pa po tayo maka-travel. Okay? We have 20 grams of matcha green powder, and then we have our 12 grams of double star baking powder, 3 grams of salt, 150 grams of butter dreams margarine, 200 grams of sugar, mga 1 cup po yung asukal, 50 grams egg, Okay, which is one piece. 1 teaspoon of Kumbani vanilla flavor. Yes. And our 50 grams of fresh milk. And we have 80 to 100 grams of milk chocolate chips. Okay. Okay. Now, one thing you notice with the mise en place, yung pong ating dry ingredients ay nakalagay na siya sa isang lalagyan. Opo, yan ang maganda. Pag grams pong ginagamit nyo, hindi po kayo gumagamit ng sandamukal na mga lalagyan na kailangan nyo hugasan din po after. So, by weight po lahat. Okay? Yan pong maganda. Tare lang kayo ng tare. You put the measurement of your flour, which is 320 grams. Zero nyo ulit yung weighing scale. Tapos, susunod nyo po yung matcha green powder na 20 grams. Ganun po. So, mas maganda po siya kasi hindi po kayo magastos sa mga lalagyan. So, ito po yung ating dry ingredients. We have our all-purpose flour here, our green tea powder, our baking powder, our salt. They're all together, okay? Because we add it onto the procedure. So, of course, this is also very important. You have to read your recipe 2 times. Okay? If you don't understand it on the 2nd time, you read it again on the 3rd time. If you don't understand it on the 3rd time, mag-text na po kayo sa akin o tawagan nyo na ako kasi kailangan ko explain sa inyo. Okay? Or manood po kayo ng mga demos po namin dito. It's pre-recorded already in the Sonly International webpage. Okay? So, para po mas maintindihan nyo. Okay? So, when you read the recipe and you see that there is mixed together the flour, the green tea powder, our Uji matcha green powder, our baking powder, and our salt, we can put them all together. Okay? But, remember, okay, the sugar is not part of that because we have to do the creaming method. This is a cookie. Most cookies do use creaming method. Okay? We have to incorporate a little bit of air. Now, may tanong ako, for sure. Okay? Chef, hi Arlene. Kamusta dyan sa Oslo? Okay? I'm sure may tanong ako kayo na bakit margarine ang gamit ko? Kasi Butter Dreams margarine po ay masarap gamitin. Again, we have a very highly flavored type of green tea where the taste of butter will not be needed. Maganda po ang margarine when it comes to cookies because mas fluffier po siya. Okay? It can withstand certain temperatures also because margarine has a higher smoking point than butter. That's why I like using it. And of course, it's not as expensive. Okay? So first of all, okay, we'll put together our, as I said, I placed together already our, yes, 175 to 180 degrees ang temperature. You can go a little bit higher, Reg, but you have to be sure not to overheat it. Wag masyado matanggal. Okay? Ilang minutes po ang baking ng ube? Ano po? Mga 1 hour po. Okay? Just check po. Toothpick test po. Hindi po siya pwedeng toothpick test po. Hindi po siya pwedeng yung touch pas nagba-bounce back. Hindi po siya chiffon cake o sponge cake. Okay? Dry po ng konti yung mixture na yan. Okay. So, I'm already... This is a dry mixing using a whisk. Okay? You want your green tea powder, your flour, your baking powder blended together. Okay? Okay. Now, this is our Butter Dreams margarine, 150 grams. You can double, triple this recipe, okay? Quadruple this recipe. Actually, if you double it, it's better because I have a very big mixer here, okay? As you know, we're using this mixer Spar because it's also good to use for breads. Pero ngayon, hindi po siya masyadong maganda gamitin kasi malaki po siya. Pero okay na po yan, okay? Here's our Butter Dreams, margarine. Okay? Tapos, add po natin ang brown and white sugar. White sugar lang po siya. Yan po ang problema pag madami po akong recipe na iniisip. Oo, na-miss ko din ikaw maging student, Chef Arlene. Ay, yung structure po, maganda. Maganda po yung structure ng cookie. Papakita ko po sa inyo. Now, this cookie is not like your chocolate chip or your oatmeal cookie, no? This is more of a butter-style cookie. Alam niyo po yung dense ng konti, pagkatapos may crumbliness. Okay, as you know, green tea powder also gives structure, no? Yung, para po siyang flour. Meron din po siyang binibigay na structure sa recipe, okay? So, first of all, we're going to beat our, we're going to beat our butter and sugar together for mga 3 minutes. Okay? Low speed muna po at ayon yung liparin ang ating ang sugar. Okay? Okay. Habang nangyayari po yan, at maganda rin po sa spar, that's why po gamit namin siya. Hindi po siya masyadong maingay para sa mga demo na katulad nito. Ay, nawawala ako. Okay. Angeline, the structure of the cookie is very different from the other cookies. I will show you later. It's a little bit on the dense side. It's a little bit crumbly. But it's actually, it's a different style of bread. Okay, altogether. Okay, hi Bing. Okay. Hi Lorna. Hello to all of you. Yung mixer po is Spar. Okay, tawag lang po kayo sa, message lang po kayo sa FB page para masagot po yung mga tanong nyo. Okay? Yes, masarap talagang ube flavocol. Okay. Yan. Hi Kit. Ang aking mga Davao students, kamusta po kayo? Long time na hindi ako nakakapunta ng Davao. Okay, now we have to help the mixture. Okay. Polly, kailangan ko yung mga spatula. Yung hinugasan mo. Yung ibang spatula dito mukhang tao. Mas maganda yung nasa iyo. Okay. Okay, nag-aantay lang po tayo mag-blend siya. Chef, pwede bang any brand ng matcha powder? Ay, syempre po, mas maganda gamitin yung Uji, okay? Yung green powder po natin, okay? Yung ating green tea powder, okay? Syempre po, para po consistent yung taste din. Alam niyo po yung lasa. Okay, angat ko po ng konti to. Para ayaw. Okay. Yan. Para mas maganda po ang creaming. Okay, tataas ko po. Ang palang difference nitong mixer na to, kailangan nyo po patayin para increase yung speed. Okay? Now, when you make a cookie, your temperature should be at least on the, hi Pami, hi Sam, my niece, around, how many cookies? Around 15 to 18 pieces. We'll see also later. I'm using a special type of, a specific type of scooper, Sam. So, one thing, basic cookie making, you have to make sure that you have room temperature ingredients. Your butter is not too cold. Your eggs did not come from the refrigerator, or at least has been at room temperature for at least 2 hours. Okay? Kasi nagkakaroon po ng separation. Okay, now we add in our eggs. Siyempre po, bababaan natin ng speed para hindi po tayo maligo. Okay, mamaya po, mas marami pong itlog yung gagamitin natin, so we have to add it slowly. Now, I have to scrape, since I told you already, that this is a big mixer. Ilang quarts to? Parang 6 quarts? 7 quarts. Ang laki po. Yung mga magninegosyo, maganda talaga to. Okay? Blend your eggs a little bit. Make sure they are blended before we add our dry ingredients. So, basic cookie making po to, ha? Ayun. Yan. Basic cookie making po to, ha? Creaming of butter and sugar. Tapos po, add eggs. Once the eggs are blended, you add in your dry ingredients. Okay, biglang tumahimik ako ng konti, sorry. Pinapablend ko pa po ng konti. Okay. Ay, Polly, hingi ako ng papel, yung white paper. Okay. A-add po natin yung ating dry ingredients. But before I forget, let me put a little bit of, yan. Let me put a 2 teaspoons of, of vanilla flavor, our Combani vanilla flavor. Yeah. Okay. Para po, it blends very well with the green tea. Okay. Sige, Cam. Miski na kalahati lang. May nakahati na ba? Wala pa. Ako na. Dito na lang, Paul. Polly. Dito na. Ako na magsa-slice. May knife naman ako. Kalmang-kalma. Hindi mo lang alam, Goldlyn. Ako ay nininervyos. Hindi, loko lang. I've been teaching for more than 20 years, so it's actually something I really miss. And Sonly has given me that, the opportunity to teach again, but on a different scale, which is through the web. Okay? I enjoy talaga. Okay? Tapos hati. Okay. Now, some people, kasi, if you notice, some people use the bowl to transfer their dry ingredients. Okay? Pwede po natin siya lagay sa papel, any strong paper, para hindi po tumapon yung ating dry ingredients. Okay? Makita niyo po, buo-buo pa yung ibang ating green tea, but that's fine. Mas masarap po siya kung mahilig po kayo sa green tea taste. So, okay? Nasa 1 lang po siya. Add po natin slowly yung ating dry ingredients. Okay? In between po, add natin yung ating gatas. Okay? Kailangan po natin siya lagyan ng konting liquid para po ma-activate yung ating green tea powder. Para po melt po siya ng konti at magbigay po siya ng coloring dun sa ating recipe. Yan po, di ba? Pag may papel po, walang tapon. Okay? Lahat po pasok. Okay? My apo, si Lorenzo loves saying that. Pasok. Okay. Blended na po. Tingnan nyo, ang ganda-ganda ng pagka-green. Hindi po siya green na nakakaumay or maasim kasi dark green po siya. Tapos lalagay po natin milk chocolate chips. Okay? Why milk chocolate? Because it blends well. If it's dark chocolate chips or it's going to be too bitter already. Okay? So we're going to put milk chocolate chips. I'm using an imported brand. So 80 to 100, syempre the more the merrier. Hindi naman po. Huwag po masyado madami. So you want the chips to be able to be accepted by the dough. Yes, gold lintan, gamit namin newspaper. Pwede din, pero hindi na po ganun ka-clean ang newspaper. Yes, thank you. Okay? Okay, we're done with this mixture. Okay. So, tatanggalin ko na po yung ating green tea. Okay. Now, if you don't have a mixer and you already purchased a hand mixer, you can use that. Okay? Hindi po kailangan bumili agad ng standing mixer. Pwede naman pong hand mixer muna. Okay? Okay. So, you have to clean out kasi sayang din po yan. Okay. And you make a final mix using your spatula. Just to make sure that there are no fresh or spots of flour that wasn't mixed properly. Okay. Now, this type of cookie can rest in the chiller for 3 to 4 days. Kung gusto nyo po itago muna siya, pagkatapos i-bake lang po pag may bisita kayo, or kung magne-negosyo po kayo, marami kayong gagawin na butter, cookie dough, pagkatapos ayaw nyo po siyang i-bake ng sabay-sabay, or maliit lang po yung oven nyo, hindi nyo pa kayang madamihan, pwede po siyang ilagay sa ref, and it is as good as it was from the first day that you made it. Why? Because I did not put any baking soda. Okay? It is just baking powder. Okay? So it can rest. Actually, it is better to rest this dough for at least, ano po nakalagay dyan, 30 minutes or overnight. Okay? So, yan po yung ating dough. Lilipat ko po siya sa isang... Hindi ko na po siya i-rest. Kasi po, kung i-rest ko siya, baka pumatagalan tayo kasi meron pa po akong isang recipe. Sayang na po naman po yung time nyo with FB. Marami ba nanonood, Mark? Nice color, yes. The Uji matcha powder gives that color. And remember, I just placed 20 grams. Okay? You can add a little bit more if you like. So you cover this with plastic film, yung cookie sheet na may silpat ha. Okay? And then you just put it in your chiller at the least yung malamig na part ng chiller. Kung ayaw nyo po, ay kung gusto nyo po, after mga 30, 40 minutes, pwede nyo po siyang ilipat sa Ziploc. Okay, ha. Napakaganda. Yes. Silicone paper. Silicone mat by Sonly. Okay, by Silpat, sorry. Exclusively distributed by Sonly. Okay. Nakasulat po, Chef, with added sugar po ba or maltodextrin si ube flavocol? Wala po kasing list of ingredients sa bottle mismo as well as nutrition fact. Okay, maybe you should message FB, my darling Angeline Habaradas, to ask about the nutritional facts of our flavocol. Just rest assured that it's been being used already for more than a year. Okay? That it was more than a year, more than 2 years, I think, already. It's been distributed by Sonly. So I'm using a scoop number 18. I think it's around 1/4 to 1/3. Okay? Maganda po na para pare-pareho po, mag-scooper kayo. Okay? Ganyan. Okay? Para po siyang ice cream. Pag nagfo-food styling po kayo, yan ang ginagamit nila. Cookie dough. Okay? Siguraduhin nyo naman po may chips. Okay? That's why 80 to 100 po. Mga 2 to 3 inches apart. Yan. Hindi po siya, lumalaki po siya. Nagsaspread out po ng konti, but very little. As I told you, this is very different from your chocolate chip dough. This is more like a Japanese style cookie. Okay? Yan. Ganda po ng color, no? Para siyang olive green. No? Hello, Nida, from Tabuk, Kalinga. Hi, Imelda Tan. Tumataas ang boses ko pag Imelda Tan. Hello. Anna Mark Delgado. Okay. Hi, Sai. Hi, Bald Baker. This is your forte. Cookies. Okay. Joy Lingad, hello. Kimberly. Hi, Kimberly. Teka, kilala ko yan Yan. Okay. So, Sam, my niece was asking kung ilan. Mga 20 ho ata to eh. So, pwede rin nyo pong i-freeze na siya, naka-scoop. Okay? And then keep it. Keep it like that. Okay? Jocelyn. Pwede rin sa brown paper in baking pan. Hindi po ako gumagamit ng brown paper sa baking pan. Maganda po gamitin yung mga baking paper po na nakikita nyo sa grocery. Meron pong well-known brand na baking paper. Yung white paper po na naka-roll. Okay. Para po siyang type of parchment paper. Okay. So you can make it smaller, but when you make it smaller, it tends to become harder because you bake it longer. That's why you notice there are plenty of big cookies now. It's because pag malalaki po yung cookies, yung gitna po niya, maganda po yung yung hindi po siya na overbake at maganda po yung para mas konti to. Yan. So it's 18-19. So I told you 18-15 to 8-20 pieces. Okay. Okay. Hello po, Chef. Hi, Jora. Hello, Remedios from Zamboanga City. Hindi pa po ako nakakapunta dyan. Hi, Dolly. Kamusta? Okay. Now, Paul, paabot ng chocolate chips. Yan, no? Nasa likod yan. Lalagyan po natin ng additional chocolate chips. Kung gusto nyo po yung lagyan pa ng konti, pwede po. Okay? Pinipress ko po siya ng konti. Ay, sorry. So, this is my milk chocolate chips. You don't have to refrigerate your chocolate chips. Just make sure to put it in the coolest part of your house. Nay. Saan bang coolest part ng house? Okay. Pwing isang maliit na bowl yan para mas malinis. Okay? Siyempre po maganda na may konti pong retaining. Okay? Huwag po masyadong madami. Exaggerated naman minsan. Okay? Just press. Make sure to press 3 to 5 chips on top. Okay. So again, it's going to be baked at 350 between 12 to 15 minutes only. Okay? Wag niyo po siyang i-overbake. Okay? Malambot po siya ng konti paglabas sa oven. Tapos po, remember, again, we have to remember all this time, there is residual heat. Okay? Sa baking natin po. As you cool it, it's still baking. As it gets to its room temperature. So just make sure that you release it at hindi po siya ma-overbake. Meron pong cookies exacto 12 minutes. Meron po mga 15. Again po, dependent so many factors. Yung size po ng cookie, yung size po ng oven, yung ingredients po na ginamit dun sa cookie. Depende po yan, iba't iba po yung behavior ng cookie. Okay? Yan. Yippee. Yan po. Meron pa bang hello? Hello? Edgar Go? Okay. Wala na po tayong tanong. Wow, sayang nahuli ako. Ay, okay lang po, Ma'am Ruth. Miski nahuli po kayo, andyan naman po siya. You can watch it later on. Okay? So, 12 to 15 minutes at 350 for the green tea. Okay. Sige, pasok mo muna habang nagre-review ng konti. So, very basic po, no? Again, as I told you, we blended all together our dry ingredients, except the sugar. Yes, the sugar is used for the creaming method. Please do not forget all the time, the sugar is not... Okay, galing po sa oven ang ating cookies. Eto na po siya. Ganito po kabilis kami gumawa dito sa kitchen ng Sonly. Kasi po, walang tao. Okay? Okay? Si Mark lang po at si Polly. Okay, ito pong ating finished product. Okay? Makikita niyo po, it's a little bit on the crumbly side. Okay? It's really like that. It's more of a butter cookie than anything when it comes to texture. Okay? Now, there's a little bit of browning at the bottom because napainit po masyado. Malalaki po kasi yung oven dito sa Sonly. Okay? This is our green tea. Now, you will see a little bit of whitening on certain areas. That's because of the moisture also present in the choco chip. Okay? If you don't want that to happen, don't put na lang po choco chip outside. Just put it inside. Okay? So this was baked at 12 minutes. Okay? And it was cooled. Okay? Before it was presented to you. So, kuha tayo ng isang plate para pwede natin Mami, maganda yung may presentation tayo, di ba? Sige. Kanino to? Saan yun Wow. Good. Okay. Para po meron tayong konting presentation mamaya. Okay. Okay. Kimberly. Okay. Si Kimberly, estudyante ko rin po sa Davao. I'm trying to remember all my students. Okay. Yung next recipe mo natin is coming your way in a few minutes. Okay. Sige. Titignan ko lang po yung mga... Okay. Sige. Akin na yung recipe. Okay. Wala pong tanong mag-message lang po kayo kung magtanong. Just make sure to please just add if it's the first recipe you have a question about, or the second recipe, or the third recipe. Kailangan natin init to. Okay. Okay. Our chocolate pound cake. Now, most pound cakes are, I'm sure you already know, they're used for wedding cakes, they're used for merienda, they're very dense and very rich. Okay? This one is also like that. Okay. So, as I told you, madali ng konti po yung mga recipes natin today kasi I wanted also to have a different style of items in the baked goods that I will be demonstrating. Okay? Para po nung September, October, November, puro breads po yung pinisend ko. So now po, may pagkaiba naman. Para makikita po yung diversity ng chef. Okay. So, sa chocolate pound cake po, meron tayong 130 grams of all-purpose flour. 130 grams of all-purpose flour. Okay. 4 grams of salt. 4 grams of salt. 220 grams of boiling water. Yung po yung binuboil ni Polly ngayon. Okay. 80 grams of, our Bensdorf DSR cocoa powder. Ito po, mula nag-bake po ako, mga 30 years na po, matagal na po siya nandito. Ginagamit ko na po siya. Okay? DSR po, Bensdorf DSR is premium superb cocoa powder. Okay? Then we have our 60 grams of bittersweet chocolate. Okay? I'll show you later. You can use any brand. You can use local brand. You can use imported brand. Bittersweet or semi-sweet po pwede niyong gamitin. Naglagay po ako ng konti para to enhance po the taste of the chocolate. 220 grams of our Butter Dreams margarine, softened. Ay, maganda rin pala po sa Butter Dreams margarine. Ano po siya? Hindi po siya natutunaw. Pwede po siya sa labas. Hindi po siya kailangan i-ref. Dapat lang po in a cool area of your house. Okay? Tapos meron po tayong 200 grams of sugar. Yun. Okay? 200 grams of white sugar, 200 grams of brown sugar. Pagkatapos, meron po tayong Combani vanilla flavor. Kailangan natin yun mamaya. Ano, Polly, yung ating Combani, babalik mo. And 200 grams of eggs. Okay? 200 grams of eggs. Yung 200 grams po natin is 4 na piraso ng large eggs. Okay. Sa Davao po, dati pong, syempre po, because of the pandemic, wala pa pong classes, but there will be classes. Center for Asian Culinary Studies po, ako nagtaturo, nasa Kabagyo po siya. Okay, sa harapan po ng dating NSO. Okay. Mitch. Hi, Mitch Yap. Why do you keep on nawawala, bumabalik? Nawawala, bumabalik. Okay. Hi, Jem. Watching from Bulacan. Your name sounds familiar. So, creaming method po tayo ulit. Okay. Baka sumabog yan, sir. Chef Polly, baka sumabog. Okay. Butter po ulit. Baka masyado mainit, Polly, ha? Okay? Ang ating butter po is 220 grams. Butter. Butter dreams. Margarine. Okay? Okay? Creaming method po tayo. Okay? Kahit may Zoom meeting ako, I'm still watching you. Hi, Marisa. Thank you. Parang hindi lang yung tubig yung uminit eh. Parang yung lalagyan eh. Okay lang yan. Kailangan ko siya mainit talaga. Okay? So, at speed 1 muna po. Ay, speed 2 tuloy. Speed 1 po. Okay? We're going to cream our butter. Dreams. Okay? Habang nandyan po siya, ako po ay yung ating pong chocolate chip, yung ating bittersweet chocolate and ating pong 60 grams of bittersweet chocolate was chopped finely. Tapos po, meron tayong 80 grams of our cocoa powder. Okay? Is here. We're going to melt it in hot water. Very hot water. 220 grams po. Okay? So, ito po siya. Okay? Add nyo po slowly. Okay? Parang yung plastic ata nasunog eh. Okay? Dapat po very hot water. Pati po yung container hot. Okay? Kailangan po mag-melt. At kailangan din po lumamig siya bago ko siya i-add dun sa mixture. Okay? Palalamig naman po to kasi kasama naman po niya ay magpapalamig sa kanya yung cocoa powder tsaka yung tsokolate po. Okay? Don't worry, hindi po siya magsisis kasi po may cocoa powder yan. Okay? Just make sure po na walang buo-buo. Poly spatula, yung mahaba tsaka yung maikli. Yung rubber ha. Okay? Marinela Mozo, hello. Hi. Butter cream o butter dreams? Pwede pong pang-frosting ang butter dreams. Pwede pong gamitin. Pero margarine po siya. Okay? Margarine po siya. Okay? Habang minimelt po natin to, kailangan ko pong i-add ang asukal. Yung mahabang spatula. Okay. We have to scrape the sides. As I told you, the mixer is a little bit big for my recipe. That's why we have to help it. Okay? Okay. Now, the addition of your sugar will actually help the mixture to be mixed more properly. Hi, ay, naku, Bunny, hello. Sa New Zealand ka. I hope everything's fine. Ella la. Ella. Sino si Ella la? Okay. Add your sugar. Our recipes today are not very fragile, okay? They will come out as is. Okay? Just make sure that you have proper measurements. And of course, your ingredients are correct. Hindi po pwedeng, ay, nalimutan ko to, o ay, hindi ko to nabili. Yan, hindi po pwede. Siyempre, when you bake, pinag-iisipan po natin yon. It's not, you can do spur of the moment baking, But make sure that you have all the ingredients with you. Okay? Ang init po niya. At ang dami kong butter sa spatula. So, make it 2 to 3 minutes of creaming. Hi, Pia, my cousin. Ay, hindi pala kita cousin. Niece pala kita, Pia. Okay. You know this, nagka-aksidente po kami dito sa sa cake na to. Sa pound cake na to. Mamaya ko po i-reveal sa inyo. Okay. Ano ba gagawin natin? Yes. We have to be a little bit more efficient with our things here. Okay? Because I'm going to already turn on our eggs. I'll put all the eggs in a container para sigurado tayo. That's 4 eggs, 200 grams. Okay. That's 4 eggs, 200 grams. Okay. So, I'm going to help this mixer again. Stop. We have to bring it down. Tanggalin po yung butter dreams na nasa side. Okay? Or nandito rin po sa mixer. Kasi kung hindi nyo po tatanggalin yan, hindi po magbe-blend yung butter na yan. Yung butter dreams dun sa, yung mixture po, hindi magbe-blend po dun sa ating chocolate mixture, which is very important. Okay? Now, a pound cake, as I said, is very rich and quite dense. Okay? It's not like your chiffon or your sponge cake. It's a little bit more heavy. Okay? A little longer. 2. Mercedes Castro Palayo, hi. Hi, Nino of Merga. He's in Jeddah. Magandang hapon po dito sa Pilipinas. Okay? Pag nagtatanggal na po slowly yung butter from the sides, you can slowly add. Again, please lower your speed. Add your eggs one at a time until it is fully incorporated. Then you add the next. Okay? Okay, we scrape. We need to scrape para lang po mas balance. Again, para po mas maganda yung ating mixture. Later on po kasi, if we don't scrape, makikita po natin na hindi po na-blend ng ayos yung ating butter. Magkakaproblema po tayo. Okay? Okay. We add in. Chef, maganda ba siyang gawing base for chocolate mousse cake? Pwede naman po, maganda rin po. Pero since a chocolate mousse cake also has a very rich filling, yung pong kanyang topping, yung mousse cake nyo, dapat yung cake nyo po mas lighter. So I suggest a chocolate genoise will be better, okay, than a chocolate butter pound cake. Okay? Mas lighter po, mas maganda. Yes, the recipes will be posted after my demo. Marisa, don't worry. It will be there. Bonnie, hello pa rin. Okay, then I add again another egg. I'm using a very low speed, so I'm not incorporating too much air kasi hindi naman po kailangan. Okay? And dapat po maganda yung mixing para po hindi mag-curdle yung ating mixture of margarine, sugar, and eggs. Okay? Very important that we achieve a very fine, smooth batter. Okay? Ewan ko po kung nakikita nyo. Nakikita nyo naman. And then our last egg. I think the other egg was sira. Okay. Ay. Sayang po yung ating itlog. Okay. Now we'll add a little bit of kumbani. Okay, our kumbani, 10 grams, mga 1 tablespoon po. Sige po, tatansyahin ko na lang muna because yun. Kasi po, hinuhugasan pa yung ating. Lalagay ko po siya sa 2. Sandali lang po, para lang mas maganda po yung mixture. Aangat ko rin po. Okay. Now, I have to scrape the sides before I add in our chocolate. Okay. So, we're going to add our... Wait, I have to make... look at our código. Speed 1, go. Okay. We're going to add our flour mixture alternately with our chocolate mixture. Okay? So, konti lang po yung flour nito kasi ang chocolate po at cocoa powder, nagbibigay din po siya ng structure sa bake item. Okay? So, importante rin, not too much po dapat din. Okay? Oh, so many people are watching and their friends. Okay, lalagyan ko po ng konting flour. Ay, nasa na yung white paper natin? Tinapon mo na? Okay, para ma-follow nila yung ginagawa natin. Okay? So, hindi nyo po kailangan tapon ha, yung white paper kanina. Kailangan nyo lang po siyang pagpagin. Okay? Okay. So, add po natin yung 1/3 ng flour mixture. Okay, and then we add in half of the chocolate mixture. Slowly. Oops. Okay, very nice. Then we add another half of the 2/3 that was left. Okay. And then the last half of the chocolate mixture. Remember yung chocolate mixture po, dapat malamig na po siya ha, bago nyo po i-add. Kasi kung mainit po siya, mainit po siya. Makakidecide naman si Polly kung bake na, no, Mark? Good luck na lang tayo ba? Okay. Yan. We tried our best to get all of it. Okay? And the last. Hinuli ko po talaga yung may tsokolate kasi po siya yung pinakamadumi. Okay? That's why when you also bake, dapat po may timing tayo. We have to time it. Okay? Okay. Okay? Now we have to make sure that we have to scrape the sides para blended po yung flour. Okay? Para po mas madali, i-release ko sandali yung bowl. Okay. Yung butter tsaka flour din po dun sa beater, kailangan po natin siya i-incorporate. Okay. Scrape po. Kasi later on, mahirapan po tayo. Sandali lang. So, we can remove this. Okay. Ito po yung ating lalagyan. So, naglagay po ako ng paper dun sa ating lalagyan. Ma'am, yung konti na lang. Basta na-blend ko na to. Okay? Okay. So you see, there's a little bit of butter here, flour here. So we have to really mix it properly. Okay? That's one disadvantage if you have a very big mixer. Okay? But it's fine. Okay? Now, again, if you don't have a standing mixer, you can always use a hand mixer for this. The recipe is not very big. It's also convenient. It's also it also can be used for your recipes for ovens that are small. Okay? Kasi it's just one loaf pan. Okay? One loaf pan lang po. Ayan. Sorry, yung kabila hindi ko nalinis. Ay, may papel pa. Okay? By the way, I'd like to say hi to the Bakers Circle. It's a group in Viber, and also to the Home Bakers community on Viber, which I'm both part of. Okay? Hindi lang ako masyado nakakasagot ngayon kasi may pagka-busy po tayo. Okay? So, I blend everything well. Now, if you see spots of fat, okay? Hindi naman po lahat tayo will get a perfect mixture. Okay? If you see a spot of fat, just make sure to press it. Okay? Para mawala po siya. Okay? If you can smell this, wow, it smells so good. Okay? So, ito na po yung lalagyan natin. This is again a loaf pan. This is standard for a pound cake to be placed on a loaf pan. Okay? We're going to pour it. Eksakto po lang siya para sa 9 by 5, 8 by 5 na loaf pan. Okay? Pour. As I told you, if you see a little bit of flour na puti, just mix it into the mixture again, to the batter. Okay? Okay, this type of loaf pan has a coating, no? I think it's a Teflon coating, I'm not sure. Or a non-stick coating. Just make sure to put a grease-proof paper at the bottom para hindi po siya mag-stick. Okay? Okay? So, eksakto po siya sa isang loaf pan. Okay, linisin lang po natin yung sides para hindi po siya madumi. And this will be baked again. Ang pound cake po matagal i-bake. Mga 1 hour din po siya. Okay? Sa oven. Okay. This is our pound cake. Pakilagay. Sige. Sorry. Polly. Nagkamali ako. Important lang po, if you have a loaf pan that is colored, okay, make sure to put a cookie sheet underneath para hindi po siya masunog, para hindi po magkaroon ng browning na masyado. Yes, John Lu, it is a 9 by 5 loaf pan for both recipes of the ube. Ayan po, kumikintab. That's why po nakakap. Okay? It's a 9 by 5 loaf pan, both for the ube quick bread and for the chocolate pound cake. Okay, now, ito na po. Papakita ko sa inyo yung finished product. Dito po kami nagkaroon ng aksidente. Ako po may kasalanan, hindi po si Polly. Nanikit po yung aking ang aking pound cake. Okay? It's very brown. Sometimes it cracks. That's sometimes the heat on top of the oven is a little bit high. Okay? So, hindi ko po siya nalagyan ng papel sa ilalim. So, gusto ko lang po mag-apologize sa inyo kasi human din naman po ang ating chef. Okay? So, hindi ko po siya matanggal ng buo. So, we're doing it this way. Okay? So, yan. I hope makuha ko po siyang buo. Now, usually, if you know me, I don't usually get the first slice in anything. Kasi po mahirap siya tanggalin. Yung second slice po, mas madali tanggalin kaysa sa first slice kasi nakadikit lang po siya dun sa cake sa both side. Hindi katulad po nito, nakadikit po siya dun sa cake pan. Ako po may kasalanan yan. This type of cake, yes, it's very moist, and it becomes a little bit, it tastes better after one day. Okay? It tastes better one day after. Mark, okay lang, paabot nung ano. Yes. Para ma-decorate din natin, malagay natin ng konti sa final look. Okay? Yes. Okay. So, we're doing a big slices of this chocolate pound cake. Okay? Hi, Weng! Kamusta ka na dyan sa Davao? Okay. Okay lang po kayo ma-late manood kasi po papalabas naman po to sa page. Yan. Crumbly po siya ng konti but it's wet in the middle. Okay? Four prerequisites of baking. Yes, correct. Madeline. Yes, if you bake and if you took a class under me, it's always part. Okay? You cannot bake kasi if you do not do the 4 items ahead of time in the baking process. Okay. Wait Pwede pa tayo. Meron pa akong 35 minutes. Okay. Maganda po to decorate this. Okay? Hingi tayo ng konting cocoa powder tsaka bianca powder kay Polly. Tsaka isang spoon. Pag chocolate po talaga, no? Talagang may pagka... Yes. Lalagay ko lang siya sa bowl. Tsaka konting bianca. Okay. Kasi po, pag gagawa kayo nito, at ganito lang po ang pag-slice nyo, mamaya makikita nyo po, wala po kayo makikita kundi brown. Okay? So, maganda po na lagyan siya ng konting powder para lumabas po ang kanyang color. Ito na yung bowl. Okay na ako sa bowl. Konti lang. Okay? Diyan lang. Thank you, Mark. Okay? So, we mix a little bit of cocoa powder. Okay? Just a little bit, maybe a tablespoon or 2 teaspoons. Okay? And then a little bit of bianca powder. Ilang days po ang shelf life ng pound cake? Most cakes po have a shelf life of 4 to 5 days. Okay? Ang pound cake po, unrefrigerated, mga 6 to 7 days. Hindi po pwedeng masyadong mainit. Kailangan po comfortable yung coolness. Okay? Lahat po ng cakes kasi, talagang 4 to 5 days lang po ang kanyang lifespan. Okay? So just mix a little bit of cocoa powder and bianca powder together para lang po meron tayong konting kulay sa ating mas madami pong bianca. Mga 1 tablespoon of bianca to 1 teaspoon of para po mag-lighten lang po ng konti ang color ng ating cocoa powder. Opo. Pound cakes can be refrigerated, Edgar. Okay? It can be refrigerated for 2 weeks and frozen for up to 4 months. But after the 4 months and you put it at room temperature, in 3 to 4 days, it's going to start. Remember, there's more moisture. Okay? There's more moisture present now in your cake because you added refrigeration. See? Maganda po yung color niya. Yan. Meron pong mocha color. Okay. So, yan po ang ating 3 products today. Ang ating chocolate pound cake. Okay. Ang ating ube quick bread. Okay. And our matcha. Our green tea, Uji matcha green tea cookies. Okay. Ganyan. Okay. Parang, ayun. Sorry. Mas talikod pala, mas maganda. Mas malapit sa akin, mas maganda. Wait lang, ha? Okay, I can still take in some questions, Mark, no? If ever, pwede pa. Okay. Yan. Yan po. Yan. Okay. Sige po. May mga tanong pa tayo? Okay. Thank you very much. Very organized. Thank you, Madeline. Good afternoon, Mercy. Salamat. Yes, colorful. Yes, very colorful. Except for the brown, no? It's a little bit dark, no? Okay. Ang colorful, yes. Okay. Ano pa? May tanong pa po kayo? Baka may last questions po kayo na gustong itanong sa akin. Okay? For product inquiry, kindly message us at the Sonly International FB page where you're watching this, okay? Para we can answer more questions, especially for products, yung nagtanong ko kanina dun sa ingredients ng uve flavocol, okay? You can always ask them here. Okay, na-late ako. Okay, pwede pa pong panoorin. Yeah, after this class, after this series. Okay. Hi, Nena Lim. Yes, coffee na lang po talaga ang kulang. April. Yes, wala na pong questions. Very simple po, oh. Word sa pagpuyat ko sa Canada. Hi, Susan. Thank you very much. Hi, Hyacinth. Thank you, Chef, for your demo today. God bless. Thank you, Lilifer. Thank you very much. So if you have any more questions, please let me know now. We still have a few minutes, depending on my boss here, which is Mark. Okay. Ano yun? Oo. May small packaging po ng green tea. Uji Matcha Green Tea. Meron po kaming 100 grams. Okay? You can also purchase this through Sonly and you can have it delivered. Okay? Nena Lim, thank you very much. Kit, Ruby. Sana may small packaging. Biata Pine Alipalo, yan po ang small packaging ng green tea. Christine Loyola, hi Christine. Marinella Mozo. Edgar Go, salamat. Okay. Ito pa ulit yung mga products po namin again. Ang ating Kumbani, vanilla flavor. Ang ating ube flavocol. I-move natin ng konti dito para mas maganda kunan. Okay. Tapos ang ating cocoa powder. Ang ating cocoa powder. Bensdorp cocoa powder. Premium cocoa powder. Yes, the recipes will be sent to you, will be part of the video presentation, what I'm doing today. Whatever you saw me do, lalabas ba? When is your next demo? Ay, hindi ko pa po alam. Depende yan sa Sonly. Kung kailan po ako imbitahin ulit, Miss Bunny. Thank you to Ana Delgado for watching. Late po ako. Where to find? Again, I said, just, if you have any inquiries on the ingredients, please just message them Sonly International on their FB page. Nandun po lahat ng ingredients sa kanila. Yes, sulit po ang Kumbani Vanilla. Di ba po, sabi ko sa inyo, nung pa pong September, October, na napakabango, napakasarap. Miski na po siya mahal ng konti. Masarap po siya. Okay? Okay, ano pa? Paano po bumili sa Sonly? Pwede po kayo mag-leave ng message sa kanilang FB page. Hi, pa-shout out Chef. Nympha Peralta, hello. Wow, ganun ha. Thank you, Sonly and Chef JunJun watching from Oslo, Norway. Raz, I have another student there. Si Chef Arlene is also in Oslo. That's such a beautiful country. Okay, Cindy Gazo, thank you very much. Abel Gako, thank you. Thank you, Chef JunJun, Cherry Nicolas. Salamat din. Chef, may Bensdorp ba po sa North America? Meron po. Meron po sa Amazon. Punta lang kayo sa Amazon, meron po niyan. Okay? Lahat po nandun. Like ko po ang ube favorite. Yes, I'm using it. Thank you, Aimee Ching. Wow, puro thank you sila. Wala na silang tanong kasi napakadali nung ginawa natin today. Wala po tayong fermentation. Wala po tayong kneading. Wala po tayong waiting. Lahat po gawa na in an hour actually. Okay? So yung mga binibake po natin ay nandun na rin. Palabas na po siya. Hi Emily, my student and my friend. Thank you very much. BOT Haven, Bodenden Ebron. Good afternoon. Wow, para na akong game show. Puro ano na, puro greetings. From Japan, Ches Librada Akatsu. Okay, Jennifer Ronato, hello. Thank you, thank you. Okay na. Wala na atang tanong masyado. Okay? Magpapaalam na po ako sa inyong lahat. Again, maraming po salamat sa Sony International Incorporated for inviting me today. I had such fun. I miss teaching. And Sony gives me the opportunity to teach more than my class. Okay? More than 100, I hope 1,000 people. Thank you very much to Hazel, to Mr. and Mrs. Alonso for giving me this opportunity. And thank you for all the good products that you have been distributing and supplying in the whole Philippines. Again, thank you to Sonly International. And see you again. I hope to see you again within the year. Take care and please stay safe. Bye-bye. Bye-bye to all of you.